Hi and welcome to another edition of This Woman Can. I am your host Janice Sutherland, and it's always my mission to educate and equip ambitious women to excel in their careers, become impactful leaders and create more wins in their life. Now, a question I've been hearing quite recently is, Janice, I'm not sure if I want to be a leader anymore. And I agree, it's been a tough year. And we've all heard about the challenges employees and the HR fraternity have faced, but no one is talking about the leaders because it's really been an interesting period for them too. Leaders have had it incredibly tough. Just like you, this whole pandemic-ish has been really new to them. It's a whole new situation. It presented incredible opportunities for leaders to learn how to change how they operate. It's been a real learning curve for them just as much as it has been for everybody else. And they've had to lead in a world of uncertainty and feelings, as well as ensuring that their organisation, their department stayed afloat to safeguard the livelihoods of those they lead. They've had to change how they engage with their employees and customers, sometimes the better, granted. And they've had to provide an environment where people can continue to embrace uncertainty as we're entering the post-pandemic period. And did I mention that they're also protecting their own families and their mental health? In reality, there was no MBA in pandemic leadership. In my coaching practice, as I said, I'm speaking to a lot of leaders who are considering whether leadership is for them. And it's a valid query for them to be addressing. After all, most of them, the ones I work with, have been in the game for quite a while. Maybe they're facing midlife and considering whether, is this it? Is this my life for the next 15 to 20 years? Because remember, global retirement ages range between 65 and 68. So there's a long way to go yet. And it's a tough decision or a stark reality to face because yes, they could be burnt out. They've had to operate at an elevated level on all spheres for an extended period. And then there's the expectation that they should be a leader when they don't feel like being a leader, but everyone says that their career goal should be a CEO or get to a leader. Shouldn't they feel that same way? Shouldn't they be grateful they still have a job given the economy? And more importantly, how will they survive without their golden handcuffs, their salary? Or maybe the pandemic has shown them that what they really value in life has changed. After all, no one said it had to be a job for life. But that internal struggle is real because if they're not a leader, who are they? What else can they do? So many of us define who we are through our title and positions. And so if you're a leader hearing this and it really resonates with you and you know something doesn't feel right, and maybe being a leader is not just your thing anymore, let me tell you, it's okay. It's really okay if you don't want to do that. It doesn't mean that you're not ambitious. It just means that you maybe right now you want something else, something different. So let me share with you a few pieces of advice, both from my experience and with those I coach. The first thing is to know you're not alone. This is not a me, myself and I situation. The number of leaders who secretly yearn for the days when they were responsible just for themselves and themselves alone is just staggering. And I've been there. It's one of the core reasons that I shared during my own initial career strategy conversations when leaders are exploring their options. I always tell them that there's no shame in not wanting to lead. It's a natural transition to want to change in our careers. Secondly, own your choice. I'll say it again, there's no shame in not wanting to lead. The real shame is not wanting to lead and staying in a leadership role. So step into your decision and be honest with yourself and those close to you, because that transition will be far easier having them in your camp. Number 3, lean out and don't worry about what others think. Women have been encouraged to lean in and go for the opportunities, all of them. And that's amazing. But the headlines are screaming that the pandemic has caused a mass exodus of women leaving their careers. And that has stunted women's leadership's progress. Now, I'm not disputing that, but couldn't it be that just some of them have realised that leadership just isn't the right fit for them right now? Isn't it possible that they just might want to utilise their skills and careers more aligned to their current values? And that's okay. Making that decision doesn't mean they're blaspheming Sheryl Sandberg. It means they're confidently asserting their own needs. Next tip is don't go it alone. I've always been of the opinion that adults should receive career guidance all the way through their career, not just when it comes to exam or subject selection time. And just as we sought help and guidance to attain the careers we now have, we need help and guidance to navigate our next career chapter. So seek advice from those who have already made their own transition. You know, the colleagues who thought you were crazy at the time they were doing theirs. Speak to someone whose expertise is supporting persons through the transition process, someone like myself. It's a big step, so take all the support you need. And again, it's really okay if you don't want to be a leader, and there is another career avenue waiting for you. Now, as I said, if this resonated with you, have a chat with me. Head over to janicesutherland.com. If you know you are ready for a career change but need some support along the way, just contact me. Email me, info@janicesutherland.com, or connect with me on LinkedIn. I am Janice Sutherland. Until next time, take care. Remember, if I can, you can, this woman can.